So, let we shall start. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidanandamurtaye Nisprapanchaya Santaya Niralambaya Tejase Om Gongurubhyo Namah Sankaram Sankaracharyam Kesavam Badarayanam Sutrabhasa Kritau Vande Bhagavanto Punaha Punaha Isvara Gururatmeti Murti Veda Vibhagini Vyamavad Vyapta Dehaya Siddhachina Murtai Namaha Siddhachina Murtai Namaha Om Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Just for a moment. Om. So today the 10th day of the Dasahara, but in India there is a lot of restrictions. Nobody really celebrate the Dasahara. So because of a lot of pollutions, they put a lot of crackers. And also due to Corona, still they have restrictions. And in Rishikesh also, I asked by phone to the people, say calm and quiet. So nobody really big celebrations there. And it's good also. They can getting out of the pollutions. In India, they put so much pollution, crackers, a lot of carbon dioxides. And so we shall start today the same. Today the Friday Tattva Bodha. We will keep continue the Vedanta. And before that, so I would like to dedicate prayers to Mother Durga, to Parasakti, Mother Kali. Om Dam Durgaya Namaha. 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 Harihi Om. Prayer for the liberation of all the beings, and prayer for one and all, and our prayers for the world peace, and our special prayers for dear and for dear ones, and also our special prayers. And if I request their names as well, I can put their names as well if you wish, because today is special day. Then after that I'll start the lessons. Anyone you like to request?
Yes, Devi Priya, please.
So I'll pray for the Devi Priya and the wife of the Yogananda, for her the peace of the mind, happiness, long life, and spiritual upliftment, and full power. Take care of the families. And also, I request by my personal, it is not only personal, it's for all. Also, I pray for the Shivajananda, for her the good life, positive understandings, and spiritual development, peace of the mind, and good prosperity. And carry the Dharma of Sannyas for the future missions. And once again, I pray for my own Guru, for his good health, peace of the mind, and also for peace of the 9 planets for him. Because my Gurus have certain, Gurus are always free, but I have certain kind of astrological things I saw, so they have some difficulties in the sadhana as well. So I pray for my Guruji for his good health, long life, and his spiritual enlightenments. And once again, and prayer for one and all. And special prayer also the Claudia, her daughter, and Dominic, Dominic, for her the getting out of the all kind of depressions, who carrying and medicines for antidepressants since long time. So I pray for her good health, long life, and peace of the mind. Once again, and we pray for special Atmananda, of course, in our request for his good prosperity and spiritual upliftments. And for Atmananda mother, for good health and peace of the mind. Once again, I pray for our Swami Biswarupananda for his good health, for his knees. And recently he recovered some knee problems. Again, I pray for our Kriya Gurus from Varanasi, who actually operate for the cancers. So let him for speedy recovery, for his good health. Thanks to all. So let we chant only 3 times. Om Aim Reem Klim Chamunda Vichaye. Om Aim Reem Klim Chamunda Vichaye Namaha. Om Aim Reem Klim Chamunda Vichaye Namaha. Om Aim Reem Klim Chamunda Vichaye Namaha. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. So thanks to all to join the prayers, because our prayers today we dedicate to Parasakti. Without blessing of Parasakti, we can't walk the path of Brahmagyan. And path of Brahmagyan means path of sannyas. Today or tomorrow. Today or tomorrow. So one day you have to walk path of sannyas. So let free from the karmas in order to enter the complete Brahmagyan and complete freedom and to experience pure love. So how many sutras Atmananda we have been?
I think up to 30, 35,
35. Okay, I'm checking that.
With the Atman, nature of the self.
Okay. So later we shall go to 36. Say, Evam Vedanta Vakya Sadguru Upapadesena Sarveswa Pibhuteso Esam Brahma Vaderopanam Te Jivanavakta Itakjate. Yes, that is right. इस प्रकार वेदांत वाक्य और सदगुरु के उपदेश में सभी भूतों में जिसके ब्रह्म बुद्धि उत्पन्न हो गई हैं वो जीवन मुक्त कहे जाते हैं. वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. एवं वेदांत वाक्य सद्गुरु उपदेशेन सर्वेष्वपि भूतेष्वेषां ब्रह्मबुद्धिरोपणं ते जीवन्मुक्ता इत्युच्यते. So there is many kind of jnanas, many kind of knowledge. So out of many jnana, the Brahma jnana is the final, where one can experience the total freedom, total love, total compassion, and to know ourselves. You say, Evam Vedanta Vakya. So what you have been studying until 35 sutras is the guidelines of the Vedanta, how to enter into Brahma Jnana, how to enter into Atma Jnana. So say, Evam Vedanta Vakya Sadguru Upapadesena. Say that one has to get the proper guidance of the proper Guru who walk path of a Brahma Jnana and who have taught also Brahma Jnana, who also teaching the Brahma Jnana. So we go to many gurus, we go to many masters, many teachers. Many teachers, many guru, many acharyas, they teach many kind of knowledge. But among them, who teaching you the science of Brahma Jnana? And that is the highest. They say, Sadguru Padesam, and he is the real guru, who teaching you the science of Brahma Vidya. And who can teaching the science of Brahma Vidya? Among the old traditional cultures and the Sanatan Dharma, the Vedic cultures, the unique culture, the Advaita Vedanta, the unique, where they taught the science of Vedanta. And who can taught? The real person who does sannyas. Not only sometimes we say the sannyas in my heart, actually not true. Sannyas has to be externally, internally, and also spiritually as well. So therefore, whatever sannyas is not only inwards, sannyas also you have to show, you have to live with it. You have to live with it. Sadguru Papadesena. And Sadguru, who is Sadguru? Who actually teaching the Brahmagyan? As per the culture of the world, and among them, who teaching Brahmagyan? The Sanatan Dharma, one of the oldest culture, if ever exist in this planet, even today. And who carry the Guru Parampara? Only the Sanatan Dharma. Nobody, no culture today carry the Guru Paramparas, the science of Brahmagyan. No religions, except the Sannyas Paramparas. So sannyas among the Sanatan Dharma, there is in Sanatan Dharma we have many branches as well. So among them, the sannyas, the highest traditions, and where someone can in sannyas parampara, sannyas tradition, one able to study the Brahmagyan, such a guru and can upadesh guidelines to their disciples. भूतों में जिसकी ब्रह्म बुद्धि उत्पन्न हो गई हैं, so by the grace of the Sadguru, and who actually teach, who is Sadguru? Who is really teaching the science of Brahmagyan, he the Sadguru. And as per the traditions in India, we say sannyas. The sannyas traditions should taught the science of Brahmagyan. I don't think so anyone teaching science of Brahmagyan, because they don't have the skills, they don't have state of the consciousness to teach the Brahmagyan. We may study the scriptures, we may study books, college, university, many yoga centers as well. But actually, they don't live with the Brahmagyan. They don't live with the Atmagyan. So therefore, bhuton mein jinki Brahma buddhi utpanna ho gayi hai. So one has to awakening the Brahma buddhi, the Brahma intelligent. Buddhi means intelligence, intellect, intelligence. So one has to awaken the intelligence in order to walk the path of Brahmagyan, walk the path of Atmagyan. Sometimes we study many kind of science, many kind of knowledge, many kind of jnana. But how many people really listening the science of Brahmagyan? We study everything where you can please our senses, please or commercialized, right? We study many kind of science, how to have the bread, butter, chapati, right? Nice house, nice food, nice cloth, and such kind of knowledge we study and we teach and we get money. So, but when you study science of Brahmagyan, so what we can get it? What we can get it? The many sannyasins, when they stay in the ashram, study Brahmagyan, what they get it? The whole life they renounce, tyaga, right? Only renounce, nothing. Sometimes it looks like a dry stone, dry the wood. Sannyas in the ascetic life, what is that? It's like dry stone, like dry the wood. So, and वो जीवन मुक्त कहे जाते हैं. If anyone and walk the path of Brahmagyan by the grace of Sadguru, by the guidelines of Sadguru, and who already been in sannyas. That's many kind of sannyas. The final sannyas one get is called Swami. Even you are Jigyam sannyas, Karma sannyas, this also is a part of sannyas, because it's the seed of the sannyas. Just slowly is grow to be a full tree and become Swami. So Swami means here not only the titles, it is a state of the consciousness. Without state of the consciousness, without really samskaras, you can't really have any initiation of the sannyas. So therefore, so anyone of the sannyas initiations, whatever the initiation of sannyas, either Jigyasu, karma sannyas, vanaprastha, jnana sannyas, vairagya sannyas. So it has the samskara. This is reflect the inner state of the consciousness. And these people are who walk the path of the sannyas, walk path of the brahmajnana, guidelines of the sadgurus, and grace of the sadgurus, who have already awakening of the intelligence of Brahman, intelligence, desires, convictions, strong sankalpa. I will walk path of sannyas, or walk path of the brahmajnana. These are the people called Jivana Mukta. Called Jivana Mukta. They are free from, they are called enlightenment people. Enlightenment. Sage, saint, and wise people. Nanu Jivana Mukta Kaha. Then Sutta number 37. Nanu Jivana Mukta Kaha. What is Jivana Mukta? This is the prashna. This is the question mark. So what is Jivana Mukta? What is enlightenment? A person free from the Jivatma. It's called Jivana Mukta. If a person free from the Jivatma, there are no more Jivatma in the future. Mukta means freedom. Jivana Mukta. Yatha deham purusoham. It's a yatha deho aham. जैसे मैं देह में हूं, पुरुष हूं, ब्राह्मण हूं, क्षत्रिय हूं, वैश्य हूं और शूद्र हूं, ऐसा दृढ़ निश्चय है। ठीक है, वैसे ही ब्राह्मण, क्षत्रिय, वैश्य और शूद्र नहीं हूं, पुरुष नहीं हूं, किंतु असंग सच्चिदानंद स्वरूप, स्वप्रकाश स्वरूप, सर्वात्मापि चिदाकाश स्वरूप हूं, ऐसा दृढ़ निश्चय स्वरूप परीक्षित ज्ञान वाला जीवन मुक्त है। So what is the definition of the जीवन मुक्त? What is the definition of जीवन मुक्त? They say, जैसे, for example, you say, I am Jivatma, I am the physical body, I am Swami Samarpan. We say that. You say, I am Atmananda, I am the Yogananda, whatever. So, what happening? So, these are self-identifications, right? Self-identifications. So, what do you do? What do you do? Say, non jivan mukta kaha yatha deham. I am physical body, right? I am a citizen of Germany. I am citizen of India. So this we have the notice, right? We have the information ourselves. Similarly, and you are very sure, Atmananda, you say that I am from Germany. I am Atmananda. I am a citizen. You have confidence in this, right? There is no doubts. I am Swami Samarpan. I am from India. Or I am sannyasi, I am a yogi, whatever. So you are confident. Similarly, Purusha hu, I am a man, I am a woman, right? I am a Brahmin, I am a Kshatriya, I am a Vaisya, like in 4 castes in India, it is not available to you. Or Sudra, aisa drudha nishtay hai. And you are very clear that, you say, Yatha deham purushaham brahmanam kshatriyaham vaisyoaham Sudra aham asmiti drudha nishchaya stata naham brahmano na kshatriya na vaisya na sudra na purusha. So very beginning, it is a culture of India. So therefore, Vedantic science taught by our gurus Adiguru Shankaracharya, according to culture, according to traditions, he emphasized 4 castes, which is not available in our countries. Therefore, we have also sannyas paramparas, brahmacharya, grihastha, vanaprastha and sannyas, which is not available in your culture as well. So such kind of education is very much unique for the Brahmajnana. No culture, no religion, such a kind of lifestyles are exist except Sanatana Dharma Vedic cultures. Then same time they say, is a Sanskrit. I'm not speaking Hindi. Say yatha deham. I am a body. Purushaham. I am a man or woman. Brahmanaham. I am a Brahmin. I am a Kshatriya. Vaisyoham. I am Vaisya, the business class. Sudra, normal class. Sudra. Aham asmiti. Drida nishya. Drida means I am confident. And you are identify yourself, right? Naham Brahmana means Drida nishya. But Example, again, the same thing you have to repeat. Naham Brahmanah. I'm not a Brahmin. Na Kshatriyo. I'm not Kshatriya. Na Vaisyo. I'm not the Vaisya. Na Sudra na Purusaha. I'm not a Sudra. I'm not a man. I'm not a woman. They don't write woman here. They only say Purusa. Kinpo. It's a Kintwa Sangha. Sachidananda Surupam. Then you have to be very confident. I am Sachidananda Surupam. I am the bliss absolute consciousness. So Prakash Surupam. I am the light. I am enlightenment. I am the light. So Prakash Surupaha. So means your own Prakasa. I am the lightning. I am the enlightenment by myself. I don't need light by anyone. Right? Like there is a dark, you put flashlight to see something. But when you are Atman Brahman, then you are a light itself. Right? Light means it's not about the torchlight or flashlights. Som Prakasam means I can see myself. It's called direct perceptions. The pure consciousness, the light of divine, the pure light. Som Prakash Rupam. I can see myself. I don't need help by anyone. I don't depend anyone. I don't need depend the flashlight to see myself. I don't need mirror to look my face. So when you are become Atmajnani, Brahmajnani, then you see yourself. I am Atmajnani. I am the Brahmajnani. I am the light. I am the pure consciousness. I am the divine. Sarvantarjani. I know everything. I know everything. Sarva Antariyam. I know everything. Like omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. Chidakas Swarupa Aham Nismit. Chidakas. Chit means consciousness. And Akas means a state of the consciousness. He says Chidakas Swarupam. I am the pure consciousness. Freedom. Freedom like the sky. I am completely free. And Aisa Druda Nishya Swarupa Apuraksha Jnana Bala Jivan Mukta hai. So what is the definition of a Jivan Mukta? You say Swarupo Aham Smriti Druda Nishya Rupam Apuraksha Jnanavan. Say such a person is called Jivan Mukta. A person have the wisdom of the supreme consciousness, the pure consciousness. I am Brahman. I am the pure consciousness. I am the Satchitananda. So this you have to be very much confident. Right? It's called Jivan Mukta. How you pretend yourself. I am Atmananda. I am Swami Samarpan. I am citizen of Germany. You are very much confident. Similarly, you have to be confident. I am the bliss, absolute consciousness. And I am the light. And I am the omnipresent, omniscient, all pervades, omnipresent. I am the Chittaka Swarupam. I am the pure consciousness. Chit, the pure absolute consciousness. I am the freedom. I am free. Nobody can bind me. Nobody, I can't bondage by anyone. I can't bound by anyone. I am always free. Aisa Druda Nishya Swarupa Aparaksha Jnana Bala Jivan Mukta hai. Such a person called Jivan Mukta and become a enlightenment person. Sometimes we say ourselves, I'm in prison. Somebody force me. Somebody binding me. Somebody make me problems. This is all about, we call it limited knowledge. Limited. And once you become Atmajnani, nobody can actually hold you. Nobody actually bind you. Even you stay in the prison, but you are free. You can be free. Right? You can be free even in the prison. Right? So there was great philosopher like Socrates. He spent so much years in prison. Socrates, right? So many years. Like a evening, it was the time. Srimad Aurobindo spent so much time in the jail, in the prison as well as a freedom fighters. Is a great yoga. Same time, you see Lord Krishna was born in the prison, right? But he was free. Nobody can hold him. Nobody can force him, right? So we have to get some examples. Am I clear that? Even the same time, you see, there was a story, the Adi Sakti, like today, the day of Dasahara, Adi Sakti, the Parasakti. It was exchange between the Lord Krishna, and due to his supernatural powers, and he went out. Then Adi Sakti returned to the mother of the Krishna, and we say Kansa is a uncle want to kill the Krishna. He finally find out he's not no more is the man, doesn't matter, boy, but even the girl I want to kill. And when Kansa tried to take the child to find out, he said, I am Adi Sakti, I'm the Parasakti, can't actually kill, he can't hold me. And when a Kansa holding the small child, then find out the girl, but this child slept out. Have say slept? No. Have say slide out? Not slept.
Slipped.
Yeah, slipped out. Yeah, slipped out. Yeah, slipped out. Then she was giving information to the Kansa. I'm not the person to whom you want to kill. I'm not that person already. Any different village. The Lord Krishna is a different village. He's now grow up, so you can't really catch him. And I am the Adi Sakti Mahamaya. This is the future for you. Time will come, you will kill by the same persons. So what I mean here? So when you really free, nobody can hold you, nobody can force you, nobody can binding you. So we are ourselves, due to our limited knowledge, due to our Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, and Masya, we are suffering by others. And if we are really free, nobody can make us suffer. Nobody can make us suffer. Right? So that we have to learn. So that's why this reason, the great Gyanis, great Brahmagyanis, nobody can hold them. Nobody can really make them sufferings. As we are common people, may we study many kind of yogic science. May we study different kind of meditation, different techniques, pranayam, so on. Sometimes you read so self, it doesn't feel we are suffering. So here the question is, need to be experienced by the grace of a Guru only. The Brahmanishta Guru, the Sannyas Guru. So only the pure sannyasins who walk path of Brahmagyan, they only can teach you the science of Brahma Vidya. Everybody not able to teach the science of Brahma, but it is a needy state of the consciousness. Like a professor of the university, the professor of the physics, who have already studied doctorate, PS, they can also teaching you, even who have got bachelor or master degrees. A high school teacher cannot teach you the science of a MA, not possible. So therefore, you can understand now, there's many kind of yoga available. Hatha yoga, Raja yoga, Kriya yoga, many kind of yoga available. So among them, the Brahmagyan is the highest. Then question mark comes, why should study asanas? That different topics. Why study Kriya yoga? That different topics. Why study Tantra yoga? That different topics. Why study mantra? That different topics, right? It has its own benefits. But Brahmagyan, it is not about benefits. It is about to giving you the freedom and let you free from the Jivatma, Jivan Mukta. So therefore, we most of the time pray and do many prayers. How to walk path of sannyas. We do puja, we do rituals. Even sometimes I remember, I pray and we pray in Bihar for my grandmaster. He's appealed to everybody. He did tapasya that time. He said that pray for me for the Atmajnana. You see, it was personal request by him. Sometimes we walk path of yoga, we walk path of sannyas, We walk path of the Brahmajnana, Atmajnana, many things. And we do many sadhanas. But still, we do pray. The Guru of Lord Rama. You see, the Valmiki Rishis. Valmiki Rishi, I think so. I forgot the story. Valmiki or the Vishwamitra, the Rishis. And once upon a time, he did so many tapasya sadhana. And he was disturbed by the asuras, the demons, the black magics. And nowadays also black magic many people touch. Even walk path of spirituality, even were sannyasins, laymen, many people do out of their selfishness, called tamasic. That what already I said you my previous lectures. Then what happened? The gurus of Lord Rama or the saints, Vishwamitra or the Guru Valmiki Rishis or Vasishtha, I don't remember exactly the story. But out of three, there is one of them. And he did tapasya, sadhana. And he was disturbed by a lot of demons. Then Lakshman, Lord Rama, Lord Lakshman, they tried to help the Guru to protect around the yajna so that nobody can disturb, so that Guru can do proper sadhana. Similarly, sometimes the duty of the disciples to help their gurus how to perform the sadhanas. So that it will good merits. Through that good merits, you also attain beautiful knowledge. I remember this year, sometimes, this year, many years people come to me, since I do 5 years sadhanas, Panchagini. And this year, and it was from March to until May, until end of the June 26th, it was Shiva Puja was here. So always helping a lot of things. Even sometimes people come to ask me something, and she tried to talk with them. So she tried to help me, avoid a lot of not to disturb me. It was a great karma yoga for her, like good merits. So like that, so what I mean, so when do sadhanas, when do tapasyas, we can disturb by also evil energy as well, right? So it is very important. And during sadhana, and you must also learn, and one should not disturb you, so that you can have the proper decisions, proper sankalpa, so that you can walk the path of Brahma Jnana. Then Sutta number 38. Brahmo vahamasmi atya parokcha jnanena nikhila karma bandha vinirmukto jivana muktaha karamani katividhani agamisa sitapara dhabedena trividhani sante. You see, Brahme vahamasmi tyaparo jnanena nikhila karma bandha vinirmukto jivan mukta karmani katividhan agami sachita prara dha bhedena trividhani sant. मैं ब्रह्म ही हूं. I am the Brahman. I am Brahma. Aham Brahmasmi. Brahmovahamasmi. Brahme vahamasmi. Itya parokcha ज्ञान. ऐसे अपरोक्ष ज्ञान द्वारा संपूर्ण कर्म बंधनों से वह ज्ञानी सर्वथा मुक्त हो जाता है. So I am Brahman. I am the absolute consciousness. I am free. I am Atma. Such kind of knowledge. Such kind of knowledge. Such kind of knowledge. So what happens? Such kind of knowledge. What helping you? Nikhila karma bandha vinirmukto jivana mukta. Brahme vahamasmi. Atya parakya jnanena. Nikhila. Nikhila कर्म बंधन में मुक्त जीवन मुक्त. ऐसे अपर के ज्ञान द्वारा संपूर्ण कर्म बंधनों से वो ज्ञानी सर्वथा मुक्त हो जाता है. I am Brahman. I am the absolute conscious, I am the pure consciousness. That you have to must be confident. That must be confident. Then what happens? वो ज्ञानी सर्वदा मुक्त हो जाता है. सचे ब्रह्मज्ञानी remain free from the all karmas. कर्म कितने प्रकार के होते हैं? How many types of karmas? कर्माणि कतिविधानि. कर्माणि कतिविधानि. कर्म कितने प्रकार के होते हैं? आगामी, सचिंत और प्रारब्ध भेद से 3 प्रकार कर्म होते हैं. So there are 3 kind of karmas. Agami means future karma. Sanchita. Agami means future. Sanchita, present karma. Prarabdha, the previous karmas. There are 3 kind of karmas. The past, present, and the future. We have 3 kind of karmas, and one can be free. Once we are experienced, once became enlightenment, I'm the Brahman. I'm nothing but a pure consciousness. Like we say, Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. I'm the Shiva. I'm the pure consciousness. Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Satyam Shivam Sundaram. I'm the Shiva. I'm the pure consciousness. I'm the Brahman. I'm the absolute consciousness. I'm not this Jivatma. I'm not this physical body. I'll die. This physical body will die. Like everybody die also. That I see in my eyes. Everybody die. I will die as well. And people are also, they're putting the physical body where? Underground or cremating. And I'll be also one day like that. So these things we must reminding, we must be aware, we must conscious. Not death for others, death also for ourselves. Because everybody born and die. It is also going to be with myself as well. My body will die. But I'm the pure consciousness. And that you have to be confident. And this kind of samskaraj is to help you not to be afraid of Atma, Jivatma. And you are not afraid of Jivatma. But the problem is, we study in intellectually now, but does not help in a practical level, right? Atma Jnana, Atmanan, bliss in Atma. That is how the names, Yogananda, bliss in yoga, Samarpanand, bliss in Samarpanam. Like I give another Sivapujananda here anyway. Sometimes we make jokes, we think, Sivapujananda, bliss in worship the Shiva, dedicate to Shiva, let life with the consciousness of Shiva. But that only comes by the grace of the Gurus as well. So what I mean, Atmananda, you must remind yourself that Atma, bliss in Atma. I'm not a Jivatma. I'm not a German citizen. That has to be confidence as well. Dridha Nishchaya. Dridha means strong conviction. Not the desire, conviction. Dridha, strong. Nishchaya, conviction. You have to be pretty sure. And such kind of Brahmajnani, free from all kind of karmas. This is Agami karma kim? What is the future karma? Agami karma kya hai? What is the future karma? They say Jnanot Patya Antaram Jnani Deha Kritam Punya Paparupam Karma Yadasti Yadagami Karmatya Avidhyat. Agami karma kim? Very interesting. Agami karma kim is Sanskrit. Agami karma kim? What is the Agami karma? ज्ञान उत्पत्ति के बाद गाने के शरीर आदि से किए गए पुण्य पाप कर्म जो हैं वो उसे आगामी कर्म कहते हैं. What is आगामी कर्म? इसे ज्ञान उत्पत्ति के बाद when once we have the wisdom and awakening of the wisdom, what happened? ज्ञान उत्पत्ति के बाद once you're awakening the wisdom, awakening wisdom means what? Awakening the viveka. Once you're awakening the viveka, what happening? ज्ञानी शरीर आदि से किए गए पुण्य पाप कर्म जो हैं, whatever accumulate are the good and bad karmas. Once you're awakening the viveka, but still, ज्ञान उत्पत्ति के बाद, इससे ज्ञान means wisdom, उत्पत्ति, awakened. or awakening of the Viveka. What happened? A Jnani. I'm not speaking in the layman, a Jnani. Whatever he doing with the physical body, Jivatma, Sarira, Jnani ke Sarira adi se kiye gaye. A Jnani who have done everything with this Jivatma, with this physical body, either good and bad karmas. उसे आगामी कर्म कहते हैं. This is the future karma. This is called future karma. आगामी. Very interesting. I always say Vartamana karma, Sanchita karma, and Prarabdha karma, 3 kind of karmas. But here, as per translations, according to Tattva Bodha, they write Agami Visa, Achinta Prara Vyavedana Trividhanti Sant. Agami karma kim? They not write the Vartaman karma. So I used to translate like that. But it's very good scriptures, very interesting scriptures. I already taught you before about Pancha Koshas, Anamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manamaya Kosha, Bhijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. In Anandamaya Kosha, already I said you, there is no proper Atmagyan, but you will have the glimpse of the Atmagyan or Brahm, glimpse, you understand? Like when you go to deep sleep, and you have to go through the Jagrata, Swapna and Susupti. So when you go to Susupti, you have the deep sleep. And that you say, I was slept good. What does that mean? So you have the glimpse of the deep sleep. You are not aware of the totality of the deep sleep, right? Similarly, in Anandamaya Kosha, you have glimpse of the Atmagyan, glimpse, but not the pure, not the 100%. Is the borders. It's like feelings there, right? So therefore, in Tattva Bodha, already declared Anandamaya Kosha, where you cannot really get the full knowledge of Atmagyan and Brahmagyan. You have to go beyond this, beyond this. And although I have been studying many other scriptures, but I never been such a kind of science, Tattva Gyan. So therefore, to study Brahma Vidya, so we have so many things to properly understand. Like when a doctor, when you study doctor, then what do you do? When I study doctor, what do they do? Even as a student of myself as a science, we dissecting many things, like a frog, you understand? We chopping a lot of the time frogs in the science. So we see their heart, the legs, many things. Similarly, if someone as a doctor, what do they do? They're checking every part of the body. They're dissecting many things. They're operating every part of the body and check everything. Similarly, so Brahmagyan is all about to dissecting of what? Our karmas, our mind, our emotions, our passions, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, 5 pranas, 10 pranas, pancha kosha, panchendriya, pancha gyanendriya, pancha karmendriyas, pancha gyanendriyas, pancha pranas, pancha tattvach, mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankar, so many things to understand. Could you imagine that? What kind of science we have within our body? To study pancha kosas, you have to go through many experiences in life. So many experiences. So many experiences. So sometimes I feel a Brahmagyan, such a great scientist among the all scientists. Among the all scientists, Brahmagyan is a great doctor of the spirit. Swami Sivan, somebody asked him, before he was a doctor, he said, yes, I was a doctor before, the physical body. But today I'm doctor of soul. He was giving answers. I was a doctor of the body before, but now I'm a doctor of soul. That was giving answers. So now I'm doing both as a doctor of body and doctor of soul when he established his hospitals. And he was smiling. I heard their stories from Sivan when he came to Rishikesh. He never was angry with no one, never. He always smiling. Anything happens in his life. Such a great master. And for myself, As a Swami Samarpana, I'm like Durvasa Rushi. If something people say me something, I'm like very tough. Durvasa Rushi. You understand Durvasa Rushi? Immediate like a fire. And Durvasa Rushi is the incarnation of a Rudra. Incarnation of Rudra avatar. Durvasa Rushi is the incarnation of Lord Shiva, the form of Rudra. Like the Parsuram. Parsuram like Rudra avatar. But somehow, let's see what Lord Shiva leads to me. Always praying, Lord Shiva, let me like Mahadev, forget the world, be peaceful all the time. But sometimes happens. I have a lot of sankalpa nowadays. To try, Swami Samarpana, come down, like Santi, like Mahadev, not Rudra Rupa, not be like destruction, not like Mother Kali, not like Rudra, not like Durvasa Rushi. Lakshman, he was very tough, he was very much react most of the time. But due to Lord Rama, he always come down. So most of the time people say me, you are not Rama, but you are Lakshman. You are not the Shiva, but you are the Rudra. Like that. Your power like Mother Kali. But sometimes when I'm a top or angry, I always a lot of regrets myself. I always come down. I always think about Swami Sivananda. He sometimes go to markets, he walk on the street, and when he feel negative or he angry for himself something, or he not feel very good, comfortable outside, he come back. And when he return to home in evening, he take out the shoes, hitting his shoes in the own head. Don't do mistakes. So maybe I have to try to this and take the shoes and hit my own head like Swami Sivananda. Then I can understand myself. Then I can change. Anyway, so this is the Agami Karma, a Jnani, who have awakened in the Viveka, who have awakened the pure consciousness. And whatever the karma accumulated by his physical body is known as Agami Karma. Sanchitam Karma Kim. I'll finish today. Sanchitam Karma Kim. What is the Sanchita Karma? Ananta Kodi Janmanam Bijabhutam Sadyata Karma Jatam Purbo Parjitam Uparjitam Tisthati Tat Sanchitam Ganyam. What is Sanchita Karma? Sanchita Karma Kim? Kim means what? Karma means karma. Sanchita Karma. Sanchita Karma Kim? Ananta Kodi Janmana Bijabhutam Sadyata Karma Jatam Purva Arjitam Tishtati Tatra Sanchitam Gayam. संचिता कर्म क्या है? व्हाट इज द संचिता कर्म? अनंत कोटि जन्मों के बीज रूप होते हुए पूर्व वार्जित जो कर्म समुदाय है उसे संचिता कर्म समझाना चाहिए. इसे अनंत कोटि जन्म, we have been taking rebirth so many lives. Ananta, countless life was born and died. Countless. Could you imagine? Ananta, countless. Many million times, we never know. Many lives, millions or billion times we are taking rebirth and die. What happens? Ananta kodi janmon ke bijabhuta hote hue purva uparjita jo karma samuday. Whatever you are accumulated karma in the past, uparjita jo karma hai, use sanchita karma samjhana chahiye. That is the sanchita karma. That is the sanchita karma. And what you are accumulated, all the karma. Prarabdha karma kim? Let we understand. Then you can understand Agami, Sanchita, Prarabdha. Prarabdha karma kim? What is the Prarabdha karma? Idam sariram apadya yahaloka eva sukha adi pradam yata karma tat prarabdham bhogena nashtam bhavati. Prarabdha karmana bhogadi eva chaya iti naya. प्रारब्ध कर्म, व्हाट इज द प्रारब्ध कर्म? इसी शरीर को उत्पन्न करा, इसी लोक में ही सुख दुख आदि को देने वाला जो कर्म है वो प्रारब्ध है. See that what is the प्रारब्ध कर्म? What is the previous karma? इसी शरीर को उत्पन्न कर. So when you are reborn and when you are reborn come to in Jivatma, what happened in this planet, in this locus, whatever you are experiencing, the happiness and sorrowness. And by experiencing happiness and sorrowness, whatever the karma comes is known as kala prarabdha. देने वाला जो कर्म है. So whatever you are experiencing in this physical body, in this life, and whatever experience happiness and the dukkha, sukha, and the whatever you are experiencing, sukha and dukkha, happiness and sorrowness. And out of the sorrowness and happiness, whatever karma you work out today, whatever karma happens today and now, is called prarabdha karma. It means we are experiencing whatever today, the happiness and the sorrowness, because of a karma of the past. जो प्रारब्ध कर्म हैं जो भोग से नष्ट होते हैं, जैसे देने वाला जो कर्म है जो प्रारब्ध कर्म है जो भोग से नष्ट हो. Then another they say that another way. Explain. Many karmas we have good karmas, many good karma in the past. So what happened? If I experience all kind of happiness this life, actually you lost the good karmas always. जिससे प्रारब्ध कर्म है जो भोग से नष्ट होते हैं. If you have accumulated good karma in the past, what happening? If you are experiencing only the happiness this life, you actually lost all the good karma of the past. So therefore, what do you do? In this life also we must accumulate good karma as well. Good karma as well. So therefore, we do tapasya, we give dana, we give donations, we help the poor peoples, we serve the masters, we do karma yoga, we do seva, and we leading the be good, do good. We do the be a good ourselves, do good things. That is happen in these lives. Or walking the path of sannyas, to be a monk. That is all you develop good karma. प्रारब्ध कर्म का नाश भोग से ही होता है, ऐसा शास्त्र वचन है. The said by shastras, the said by the Brahmagyanis, whatever you have the good karma in the past, if this life you want to enjoy everything, so what happening? You lost all the past good karmas. So therefore, you must renounce. You must renounce some good things. If you have many things you have, let sacrifice for others, let give to others, give and give. Like Swami Sivananda, he said, give. That is how you purify your karmas. And at the same time, you are going to accumulate again good karma in order to establish your sadhana, the tapasya, like that. So don't cling to things in this life. I mean, I don't mean you're supposed to be unhappy. I don't mean that, but not engage all the time the all kind of the sensual pleasures. You may need minimum, but you need to also give to others whatever you have the happiness as well. Either wealth and either buildings, money, food, whatever you have, give to others, so that the best way to develop good karmas. Sukhadi, that sukha adi, and this is the shastra. They say is a shastra bachan hai. This is the said by the shastras. I'm not speaking by Swami Samarpan, not speaking by someone else. The Brahmagyanis, and as per the shastras, sukhadi, and you must understand what the shastra is. Revelation, the knowledge of revelations is not written by someone else. It is not written by the mind or intellect or the senses. It's the knowledge of revelations. The yogis, the masters, they got this such a knowledge called transcendental, through the transcendental consciousness. Through the transcendental consciousness. That called shastras. Sukhadi, sukha, dukhadi. यहाँ आदि पद से सुख दुख का साधन का ग्रहण होता है. So they use the sukha and dukha. These are two terminology they say that. I'm not saying that whatever dukha you experience, of course, is the bad karma of the past, and whatever sukha, if you are attachment with the pleasures only, also you lose your all good karma of the past as well. So therefore, develop the good karmas in this life as well. So these are the agami, sanchita, and prarabdha karma. So I'll be. So we learn more Sutra number 42 onwards, tomorrow onwards. And we have 42, we have 42, 43, 44, and 43. So 3 sutra left in Tattva Bodha. So possible, I'll leave it edited for tomorrow programs, or we can keep for next week. Tattva Bodha. So tomorrow, the science of Tantra, we are studying Vijnanavara Tantra tomorrow. It's good to have study sutras as well, because sutra and study is giving you kind of reviews. You can also kind of homework to do as per the Shastras. Many things written in Tantra, but I would like to teaching all the Shastras, right? Because Shastra is more authentic, more professional, and you can have right samskaras as well. I can sometimes speak a little bit like some guidelines, but I love to teach the Shastras. That is how many rishis, many saints, the sages, the Brahmagyanis will be blessed. Whatever I'm teaching, if someone has to listen as well, listening and teaching, both are the benefit. So when listening from me and same time I'm teaching, we both also develop good karma by the carry the knowledge of Brahma Vidya. So the rishis, the saint and sages, they're so happy and they're have so many blessings for us. So not only whatever I'm teaching, I'm the great. No, whatever listening is not, but the person who listening is the higher than the master. You must understand. As per the Shastras, without to disciple, without the students, there will be no teachers. So teacher, not the highest. The students, the disciple, higher than the teacher, higher than the acharyas, higher than the gurus. Like if, for example, God is not great until unless somebody remind us. So our gurus are always great, and then the God, because who taught us what is God? The gurus are. Similarly, and whom you can teach? How can be guru yourself? How can be teacher yourself? Unless a disciple, a student, or receive your knowledge. So you are not guru actually. You are not student. You are not the teacher actually. Until unless a student or disciple receive you as a guru, right? So this much today, and thanks you, and thank you Aganand, thanks to Atmananda, and anyone going to listen to these lectures also, they'll be very blessed, they'll be very blessed. And today this much. I don't think that there is so many question answer today, and next week after finish Tattva Bodha, so you can have some homework. But Vedantic science is all about listening and introspections, analysis. If you have some doubts, you can have that desire for the Brahmagyana, and you can have the doubts can be clarified. That can be clarified. Om Sankaram Sankaracharyam Kesavam Badarayanam Sutrabhasakritam Vande Bhagavanto Punaha Punaha Isvara Gururatmete Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyamavad Vyapta Dehaya Hridachina Murtaye Namaha. Om Nama Brahma Debhya Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartibhyo Vansaresebhya Mahadvyo Namo Gurubhya Sarvo Plavarahitaha Pragyana Ghanaha Rategatho Brahmevahamasmi Brahmevahamasmi Brahmevahamasmi. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. So thanks to all of you. Today was very good subject. The essence was need to be confident ourselves. I am a Brahman. Like we confident ourselves, I am a Swami Samarpan. Similarly, we have to be confident, and that awareness, that consciousness leads to all the way. to clarify your all karmas, agami, sanchita, and the prarabdha karmas. So it was very interesting subject today. And thank you all once again.